Good evening. I'm going to read just a little bit more from the book that I introduced to you, Gentle and Lowly by Dane Ortlund. He says here, speaking about clean and unclean, in the Old Testament they spend a lot of time talking about what was clean and unclean. They weren't talking so much about physical hygiene as they were moral purity. And this is evident in that the solution for uncleanness was not taking a bath, but offering a sacrifice in Leviticus 5:6. The problem was not dirt, but guilt. The Old Testament Jews therefore operated under a sophisticated system of degrees of uncleanness and various offerings and rituals to become morally clean once more. One particularly striking part of this system is that when an unclean person came in contact with a clean person, the clean person also became unclean. Moral dirtiness is contagious. But consider Jesus. In Levitical categories, he's the cleanest person ever walked the face of the earth. He was the clean one. Whatever horrors cause us to cringe, we who are naturally unclean and fallen would cause Jesus to cringe all the more. And yet, we cannot fathom the sheer purity, holiness, cleanness of his mind and heart, the simplicity, the innocence and loveliness. And yet, what did he do when he saw the unclean? What was his first impulse when he came across prostitutes and lepers? Think about this. Think about biblical examples. He moved toward them. Pity flooded his heart, the longing of true compassion. He spent time with them. He touched them. We all can testify to the humanness of touch. A warm hug does something warm words of greeting alone cannot. But there's something deeper in Christ's touch of compassion. He was reversing the Jewish system. When Jesus, the clean one, touched an unclean sinner, Christ did not become unclean. The sinner became clean. Do you see the heart of Jesus? When we're at our worst, and not just before salvation, when we have fallen in sin, Jesus' heart erupts in love and pity. Jesus Christ's earthly ministry was one of giving back to undeserving sinners their humanity. We tend to think of miracles of the gospel as interruptions in natural order. And yet, it's not an interruption in the natural order. The German theologian Jürgen Moltmann points out that miracles are not an interruption to the natural order, but the restoration of the natural order. We are so used to a fallen world that sickness, disease, pain, and death seem natural. In fact, they are the interruption. When Jesus expels demons and heals the sick, he's driving out of creation the powers of destruction and is healing and restoring created beings who are hurt and sick. The lordship of God, to which the healings witness, restores creation to health. Jesus' healings are not supernatural miracles in the natural world. They are the only true natural thing in a world that is unnatural, demonized, and wounded. I hope this is a blessing. I want you to continue, and please read the book if you can. Gentle and Lowly by Dane Ortlund.